Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. In today's video, we're going to be diving back into some Cookie Run Kingdom and officially bringing you guys my first impressions on a max level 60 skill Caramel Arrow Cookie. Is she going to be melee? Is she going to be a range unit? Should you guys pull on her? Let's find out. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, we got super duper lucky here. We've got Caramel Arrow Cookie, the brand new epic that was just dropped in the game at a max level 60. She is going to be a range unit. However, though, she's going to be dropped here in the front line. Yeah, you heard me right. That's not a mistake. It's a ranger unit, just like Rye Cookie is in Pastry Cookie, but she's going to be running in the front of your overall team composition. So very interesting. And now officially diving into her overall skill here. And guys, I'm telling you right now, it's a long one, but essentially it's going to be the Arrow of Resolution at a 10-second cooldown, which if you don't know is one of the fastest cooldowns in the game. It says few enemies can keep their wits when they see the twin blades turning into an actual bow. Caramel Arrow Cookie performs a ranged attack, attacks cookies first, obviously, and leaves an arrow mark on the hit enemy. After the ranged attack, the arrow mark explodes when Caramel Arrow Cookie rushes towards the enemies, dealing damage proportionate to the enemy's max HP. This damage is capped at 300,000. During which the ranged attack, Caramel Arrow Cookie receives a buff that makes her immune to debuffs, and while Caramel Arrow Cookie is utilizing her skill, she will become resistant to interrupting effects. Ooh, okay, very interesting. So we've got a hybrid-based cookie. So 100% hybrid. She's got a melee attack and she's got a ranged attack. So she's going to be melee. You pop off her skill. She hops to the back of the line in the mix of doing this backflip, I mind you. She's going to be symboling her two swords to make the bow. So interesting. So then she's going to be landing on her feet, popping out that bow and arrow, pop off, I believe, up to 3 different arrows. All 3 of them are going to be providing, a stack of a debuff, if you will. The debuff apparently doesn't do anything until after the animation of the bow is going to be over with, and then Caramel Arrow does, the final dash up to the enemies, then does the hack and slash. Whatever the amount of debuffs or marks that they have on the overall enemy, they're going to be doing additional exploding damage. So again, very interesting here. And part 2 to this here is that while she is inside that ranged, skill duration, she actually becomes immune to debuffs. She cannot have debuffs applied to her if she is in the back line, popping off her arrow shots, which is absolutely OP. And then last but not least, she also, while she is doing her skill or in the motion of her skill, she's resistant to interrupting effects. And then in gray here, we've got a little bit of additional details. We've got ranged attack is going to last a total of 8 seconds. We've got single hit damage is 154.5%. Arrow mark is going to be a duration of 12 seconds, and it can stack up to 12 times. We've got the damage is going to be relevant to max HP, of cookies, up equal to 38.7%. And then we've got damage relevant to max HP for anything outside of being cookies at a 3.9%. And then we've got immunity is going to be for a total of 8 seconds. Okay, so very interesting skill here. It's a lot to take in, but essentially we've got her ranged skill lasting a total of 8 seconds for duration. We've also are going to be getting what they call a arrow mark, which is going to be any enemy hit by her arrows, 1 or all 3 of them, is going to be stacking up arrow marks, and then they don't take any damage until after the animation for her skill is over with, and she comes dashing back forward. She's going to do a swipe ability, and then anybody that has this arrow mark on the cookie or the enemy is going to be taking additional exploding damage, taking away that debuff. Very interesting here, and she also has some sort of immunity for a total of 8 seconds, also while she's utilizing her ranged skill. Alrighty, so then officially diving into some overall toppings of choice for today's video. I'm going to honestly suggest only 2 different toppings types at the very moment. Now, there is still a ton of different tests that we got to obviously run and do for Caramel Arrow, but for now, I'm going to probably be running this weird, odd mixed set. I'm going to be running, 3 searing raspberries for the additional attack % bonus. And then I'm also going to be running 3 bouncy caramels to increase the overall attack speed. Now, a lot of people currently are just talking about utilizing Caramel Arrow possibly in the arena in some sort of speed meta comp. And a lot of that has to do with the skill, catering the damage based on the cookies or the, enemy's max HP. So in today's video, I'm going to be utilizing this mix set, and we're just going going to test it out and see exactly how it is in the future. Obviously, as more testing does come, to light and we figure out more things, then naturally I'll do another video or an updated video on Caramel Arrow and the best toppings of choice to use. And then as far as overall substats go here, I think the additional attack is going to be welcomed. The additional cooldown is going to be welcomed. The damage resistance, obviously, for the survivability, because, Caramel Arrow is actually put in the front line. And then last but not least, if you are looking to build that speed meta comp, then naturally we're going to be running this 14% on attack speed as well. Alrighty, so then officially diving in here to our very first amount of combat, we're going to be diving into stage 1031, Chamber of Audiences. Now, I don't know if she can actually beat this stage, but instead of just showing you guys something like 830, where I know she's going to absolutely shred, pretty much any level 60 cookie at this point can beat 830. Let's test her out here. Let's see see what she can do. We're going to be running the slingshot here just to aid in, her overall success. We've got the jelly watch here for the cooldown to let her skill pop off even more. And then we've also got the old pilgrim scroll to increase the damage. All right, so let's dive in here and let's see exactly how good she is, at beating the stage. So we're loading in here. We're going to go ahead and put this bad boy on auto. Let's throw it down to one-time speed. You can see here that she does immediately pop off her skill. So it's going to last for 8 seconds. You can see this bar right down here below her health bar. That's going to be the duration that she has left on her skill. All right. I really like this cool little ninja run that she does down here, this little Naruto ninja run. And then obviously we're going to be able to see this stack on the boss. So we're going to see here. So she did her backflip, little like thing here. You can see that the boss has 2 arrow marks right here, 3 arrow marks now, 4 arrow marks. I will say one thing, though. She's holding her own. She's absolutely holding her own. And then the damage that she's doing also is very, very good here. Yeah, she's about to die. We've got a couple ads coming in, which she just obliterates those really easy. But we do have that damage coming in. And then, like I said, we still got a good chunk of damage that needs to be done on the boss. Ooh, very close. Very close. Can she do it? Can she do it? Can she do it? Pop off the ability right here? She might be able to. She might be able to. And oh, so close. So close. I thought she was going to be able to do it. Very nice, dude. 5 million damage. That's wild, dude. That is absolutely insane. 5 million. Didn't have quite enough to kill the overall boss. But nevertheless, very good. Alrighty, so then officially diving into the second round of combat, I'm going to show you, I'm going to go ahead and bring Caramel Arrow into episode stage 14-9. The reason why I picked this stage is because, one, I've got a 3-star clear already utilizing Caramel Arrow, so I can show you, how good that she could potentially be. And then, 2, the reason being is because I haven't been able to beat all the way through 1430 yet. I'm currently stuck on 1426. So unless if I can absolutely get to that point, then we'll show something else. But for now, we're going to go ahead and utilize this team and see how good she can actually do and check out the overall damage numbers at the end. Alrighty, so officially diving in here to the stage 14-9. I'm going to just leave it on auto and 1.5 times speed. I don't want to waste too much of your guys' time today, and you already know how her skill actually works. So we're utilizing this team because it does work very well, at least for me, for the most part of episode 14 and even episode 13. Caramel Arrow, as you notice here when she does her backflip, you can see that she also gets rid of whatever debuffs she does currently have applied to her. So it's kind of like a self-cleanse on top of being immune. So again, very, very nice. You can see she's getting hit with this corruption right here. But when she did her skill, it actually goes away. So again, very, very cool. They also have what they call Shield's Block, and that's also going to be another new one. The Corruption and the Shield Block seems to be very unique to episode 14, as far as, we can tell. But right here, you can see right here, she has no problem staying alive through the entire stage. We might use... Oh, no, we didn't lose Strawberry Crepe. I thought we were going to lose Strawberry Crepe for a second. But nope, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a perfect 3-star clear. Let's check and see what we've got for the overall damage output on all of the cookies here. So let's see. Very nice. Not bad. So we've got 1.2 on Strawberry Crate, 1.2 on Caramel Arrow, 1 million on Alphagato, 2.3 on Eclair, and 1.1 on Cotton. And what kind of first impressions video would this be if we did not somehow try to throw her into the guild boss battle and see how much damage that she can actually output on somebody like the guild boss?
To remain silent. Light the way. Meet your end.
Now, I know 100% that these probably aren't the best compositions for Caramel Arrow or even probably the right topping substats that I'm going to need to actually utilize her in something like the Guild Boss Battle. However, though, I just wanted to include a little bit of footage of me actually attempting and trying it here in today's video. Alrighty, so then officially diving in here to some actual arena, we're going to try the overall speed meta comp. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right off of the bat, when it comes to this speed comp, I literally just started building it today, and I am missing tons of damage resistance. As you can see here, my Maddie has no damage resistance. My Caramel has a measly 5.8. Lilac has got 8.4, and then Mint pretty much has the most out of all my cookies outside of Kumiho. So again, not going to be the best build overall. We still got a lot of work to do for this build, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be fine. We've got Maddie and Caramel Arrow coming in at the most attack speed. So I think that's going to be what we're currently looking for, 2.2. Yeah, I mean, everybody else is going to be behind on attack speed, so we should be fine. We should be fine. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and try it up against another double tank team. Now, I'm kind of nervous about this one, but we're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. I mean, they're closer in our attack power. It's Kin 203. I use Kin a lot in all of my my testing videos for Arena. But anyways, we're going to try it. We have 0 damage resistance, so we might get absolutely shredded here. But we're going to have to see. Look at all these debuffs, man. Oof. Ooh, do we get him? Do we get him? Let's go. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm impressed. I'm absolutely impressed, dude. The double tank combo here. We actually were able to shred. We've got Maddie coming in first at 1.5, and then we got Caramel Arrow right after at 1.1 damage. Very interesting. Alrighty, so then we're going to test this out again in the overall Kingdom Arena here. I want to just do one more match. Again, another friend here on my friends list of AJW Cookie. We're going to test them out. Now, I have a little bit more attack power than they do, but they have a Sea Fairy, and they've got the Revive Feather, and they've also got Pure Vanilla. So I'm very curious to see if we can outspeed the healing being provided, and not only that, if we can get past that 4-second Sea Fairy. So let's try it out and see. Again, I might just absolutely get shredded, but for a first impressions video, it's always fun to kind of just, mess around and test out some of this stuff. So again, I've got 0 damage resistance, so I'm very curious to see how well or how crappy this is. Let's see what we got. Okay, so they were able to hit us with their Sea Fairy right off the bat. Oh, do we get the win? Do we get it? Let's go! Man, dude. Okay, so I'm actually impressed here. I didn't expect to get those last 2 wins. We went up against the T9 comp, absolutely got destroyed. Again, I have 0 damage resistance. The second comp we did was a, double tank comp, which is pretty popular, and we actually got that win. Lower level, of course, but we did get that win. And then that third one we actually bopped off. That's a pretty standard, like comp for a lot of lower tier, in Arena. I mean, that's, either a single tank with running Sea Fairy, and then pretty much a double support unit or double heal, to just try to, overall survive, the enemy's attack. So, again, you guys let me know what your thoughts are down below on Caramel Arrow and episode 14. As far as my overall conclusion, it's too early, guys. You already know how it is. We literally need a couple of days here to do some initial testing to really find out exactly how good Caramel Arrow is or where she actually fits in, the overall current meta. Naturally, though, I would recommend everybody get in here and at least pull 1 copy of Caramel Arrow, because even if they are absolutely busted or they're not really that good, at the end of the day, you never know when dev searchers can make any changes on, an existing cookie or a cookie, that's coming out that's new that then buffs, an existing cookie already currently in the game. You never really know. So naturally, get in here, do 1 summon would be my recommendation. Don't forget, guys, we will be going live here on the channel, so make sure you are like, comment, and subscribe. Got that notification bell turned on so you know exactly when we do go live. I cover everything Cookie Run Kingdom here related. I'll be popping off some summons tonight. Don't forget, we've got a Discord link that's provided down below. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.